Welcome back and thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. Last week we took a look at one of Peter's prophetic letters where he spoke about the end times as well as the development of the scientific theory of uniformitarianism, the cornerstone of evolution and reshaping of the heavens and earth by fire. Today we will be taking a look at one of the prophetic epistles or letters from the writer of Hebrews, where he speaks about the cosmic struggle for dominion. The title of this video is Lower Now, but Not Forever. Hebrews 2:5-8. For unto the angels hath he not put in subjection the world to come, whereof we speak. But one in a certain place testified, saying, What is man, that thou art mindful of him? Or the Son of Man, that thou visitest him? Thou made him a little lower than the angels. Thou crownedst him with glory and honor, and didst set him over the works of thy hands. Thou hast put all things in subjection under his feet. For in that he put all in subjection under him, he left nothing that is not put under him. But now we see not yet all things put under him. In the beginning, God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, or fill the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. On the sixth day God gave man food. On the seventh day God rested. God planted a garden, and made every tree grow out of the ground that was good for food, including the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Adam was placed in the garden to tend it and cultivate it, and was given free rein to eat of every tree except the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Adam named the living creatures. God created a woman for him, and Adam named her Eve. And then the serpent came with his temptation. Satan twisted the words of God, and Eve fell for it and ate of the forbidden tree, and also gave Adam something to eat from that tree. We know that Satan, before he was kicked out of heaven and took a third of the angels with him for wanting to exalt himself above God, was God's most beautiful angel named Lucifer. Angels are spiritual beings created by God. They are servants of God. They are God's messengers. They can make themselves visible in human form, but they are not made of matter like man is. They have no material existence. They do possess intellect, emotions, and will. Even with their great power, they are not omnipotent. Even with their extensive wisdom, they are not omniscient. And even though they are great in number, they are not unlimited. This was the fall of man and the beginning of the cosmic struggle for dominion. This is the moment when man lost dominion of the earth to sin and death because he sinned by disobeying God, and his connection to God was severed. Even today, man has the propensity to do exactly the thing he is told not to do, as if a person just has to test the waters and see how far they can get. Man was made a little lower than the angels, but at the beginning, God didn't tell angels to rule over the work of his hands. He told that to Adam. He told that to mankind. Despite Satan and his deception, we can stand to benefit when we realize that the angels that haven't tried to exalt themselves above God or fell with Satan from heaven, the ones that still do God's will, they constantly watch our Christian lives. And knowing this, hopefully our Christian conduct will improve. They protect us, which should help us realize God's care for us. Their strength and ability should be an encouragement to us, and their unceasing service should motivate us to be more consistent in our service for God. But in the future to come, known as the millennial kingdom, angels will not be the ones ruling over the world, because God has not subjected the world to be ruled by the angels during the millennial reign. Throughout the past and present ages, they have carried out God's judgment on man, on Israel, on kings, and will do so in the Great Tribulation. But the one who will reign in the millennial kingdom for 1,000 years will be none other than Jesus Christ, and his followers, Christians, will reign and rule with him. As Hebrews puts it, the question was asked by one in a certain place: why would God even bother with man? What is man but a mere mortal? Why would God be concerned enough to even think about them? What is the Son of Man that God would take care of him? This is speaking of mankind and not Christ. We know because if the verse was speaking of Jesus Christ, the S in Son will be capitalized. Jesus is the one visiting the Son of Man. And it's quoted from Psalm 8, verse 4 through 6, where the bulk of the psalm describes man and his dominion over the universe. The answer to the question is that he loved us. That's why he would bother with man. For a little while he made us a little lower than the angels, who have supernatural power given to them by God, cannot die, and have always had access to the throne. He has crowned us with glory and honor and given us authority over all things. But remember, there's a cosmic struggle going on for dominion of the earth, because Adam failed to sin and wasn't able to fulfill his position. So even though all things were put under subjection, under the authority of man, meaning nothing was left out, including angels, we have not yet seen all things put under his authority. But Jesus, who came in the form of man, is above the angels. He regained by his death what Adam had lost to sin and death. He regained dominion of the world for man, and we are just awaiting the final fulfillment when Christ returns at the end of the tribulation, and we reign along with him for 1,000 years in the millennial kingdom, where even angels will be subject to man's authority. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. Don't put off salvation. It might be the last opportunity. Be encouraged, and don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.